Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome, and to my older returning subscribers, you guys have been amazing. So in today's video I'll be talking about the three popular coily hairs. These hairs we've been hearing them for years now, and these coily hairs I'll be talking about today, I'll be talking about doing comparisons, talking about all you need to know about them, what makes them different from each other as well. So if you're interested in knowing what I want to talk about, because this is going to be an educative video, keep watching. Then we don't really know it, they don't do it as a wig or human hair. Then it was mostly they use it in their natural hair. I feel that it's mainly for older women back in the day, but currently it has evolved, things have changed. You have it as a human hair wig as well. They're also followed by kinky coils. Yes, kinky coils is one of, like, is the second one that have been in the market. Like, when, should I say this way, kinky coil is like the first refined coily hair. Yes, that when they started making all this like coily human hair, it was kinky coils that most hair companies started with. Correct me if I'm wrong, before others began to come in, before begin to see deep wave and the rest. But when it comes to when you talk of the refined, or the, should I say, the innovation of coily hairs, kinky coils is the number one that hair companies started producing in human hair form. Because I remember back in the day, people don't like coily hair. Even when the era of Remy hair, chocolate, Brazilian hair, no, it was only straight and body wave. People don't really like coily hair, but kinky coils now make them refine, make people begin to love coily hairs. Then the next is also make them pixie coil as well. Pixie coil is the last in this category, like among the three coily hairs I'll be talking about in this video. So enough of the background or their history. So now let's move over to what makes these coils different from each other. Let me start with the sizes. Kinky coils is the smallest among this coil pattern. It has a very small coils, which I will also be leaving pictures for you to see. It has a very small coil pattern, like it's very small, even though others too are small. But you see kinky coils is the smallest. It has the smallest coil pattern. Then the next also is pixie coil. Yes, pixie coil, although pixie coil has two types. You get the bigger coils pixie coil, then you also get the smaller coils pixie coil, but it's not as big as it's not as small as pixie coil as well. Then also the next is a jerry coil. Yes, jerry coil has this big kind of, it's just in between. It's between, like, it's just an average size coily hair. It's not so big, it's not so small. So that's why sometimes you can even mistake a jerry coil with a pixie coil. Yes, especially when you is in the wet form or wet state. So you even mistake a pixie coil, a jerry coil, to a pixie coil because of the size is almost similar with a pixie. In terms of their texture, or if you, let's talk about kinky coils. Kinky coils has a tighter texture. It has a tighter coil pattern, because I don't want to use the word strong or coarse, because it's not, especially if you get a good one, it's soft. But just that the coils are, it has a firmer coils than it has a firmer coils. Like, it's not, the coils is not loose or weak. The coils is always very firm, even despite the fact that it's soft. So that's what I'm trying to explain, why pixie coil has this loose and soft. It's soft, yes, loose and softer, then weaker kind of coil pattern. Also jerry coil as well has loose and also softer, or should I say weaker texture, weaker hair texture. So that's why when you apply water on them, they tend to, their coils get to be, their coils are defined faster, more than a kinky coil. That kinky coils, you need to add water more before you can get back the coils. So another thing again that makes them different from each other is that, and another thing too that will bring me to the next point, is that despite their coil patterns, which I've talked about, the ones that have big or medium size coil, kinky coils, despite its small coil patterns, tends to find it difficult to retain its coils. Yes, especially, but if maybe the new or the in its new state or in the new form, you will see that it's the coils is defined. But after a while, it's very difficult for you to get back the coils of a kinky coils because of the nature, or because of how it looks, because of its voluminous, or I don't know the word I'm going to use for it to classify this, but it's very hard. Let me just say, it's very hard to get back the coils of a kinky coil. Yes, because of, should I say, because of its coarse or because of its firm texture. I don't want to use the word hard so that people will not misunderstand me. Let me just say, because of its firm texture, so it's not really water absorbent like others compared to a jerry coil. But you see, jerry coil and pixie coil, their coil patterns tends to it gets to define, the coils are defined faster compared to a kinky coil because of their loose texture, or because of their weak or very extremely soft nature. Let me use the word loose nature, because kinky coils has this firm texture. So jerry coil and pixie coil, when you add water to it, like, or with leave-in conditioner, you see that the coils will be well defined. You will get back the coils immediately. But you see, kinky coils, it takes a while. Even if you succeed in defining the coils, it doesn't last. Once the coil gets dry, before you know it, just have that, you will not see the coils, the coils will be well defined. So some people might even be mistaking it that, maybe the person did not set a good hair for you, a good kinky coil, or is it? No, that's the nature of a kinky coil, because of its firm texture. So it doesn't absorb, it's not water absorbent. It doesn't absorb water compared to pixie coil and jerry coil, that they are they are water absorbent. They absorb water easily, and once you just, even water alone, then you now have leave-in conditioner and mousse, you see that the coils will be well defined compared to a kinky coil that you need to do a lot of work, and the coils doesn't last. The coils doesn't stay old for a long time. So I don't know if you are getting what I'm trying to say. So those ones, like, and let me still add this as well, because of this, you see the beauty of a jerry coil and a pixie coil more when they are in their wet state, when they are in their wet form, more than a kinky coils. Yes, if you really want to see how beautiful a kinky coil is, or a pixie coil and a jerry coil, is when they are in their wet states. Like, that's when you appreciate their beauty. But you see kinky coils, you might not really like the beauty of a kinky coil even when it's wet, because it doesn't really have that coils, it doesn't have that well defined coil pattern. So you just have this little mixture of just coil or without coil, so you don't even see the beauty. So, but you see those other two, they are finer when they are in their wet state, or when they are in their wet form. I'm talking about kinky, I'm talking about pixie and jerry coil. So then this also brings me to the next point when it comes to maintenance as well. In terms of maintenance, these three coily hairs can be maintained with water and also leave-in conditioner and mousse. But the thing is that kinky coils, should I say, is more difficult or somehow complicated to maintain more than pixie coil and jerry coil. Why? Because kinky coils is not water absorbent like that. It's not like it doesn't accept water, but if you are pouring water, it doesn't really dissolve, like, it doesn't really absorb the water completely compared to a pixie coil and a jerry coil. One thing with kinky coils, if you are putting water, if you are adding water, it will still be like, it doesn't retain it. Sometimes the water will just be falling off because of its firm texture, because of its bulky nature. So it's not water absorbent like pixie coil and jerry coil, that once you just apply water, you are good to go. So in terms of maintenance, pixie coil and jerry coil is easier to maintain. Yes, and faster to maintain or to style more than kinky coils. You know, if you are styling a kinky coils for like 30 minutes, you will be styling a jerry coil and a pixie coil for like 15 minutes, because once you just add water to it, to each or any one of them, that's pixie and jerry coil, with leave-in conditioner and mousse, just brush it. Like you see that sharp, the coils are already well defined, you know, already popping, looking very fine and beautiful. But you see kinky coils, you will just be adding more water, adding leave-in conditioner. The more you are even brushing it, it will be swelling. It will be getting bulkier because of its kinky, or because of its yes, because of its kinky texture, because it's not really water absorbent. So in terms of maintenance, jerry coil and the pixie coil is faster to maintain and direct, not complicated, compared to a kinky coils. Because kinky coils, you'll be putting water, putting leave-in conditioner, doing all the work, but still it will be getting bulkier. So it's somehow kind of complicated, sort of. Although you can still use water and leave-in conditioner, that's the thing, but the coils doesn't get well defined compared to pixie coil and the jerry coil, that their coils is always well defined with water, leave-in conditioner and the mousse. So that's it for that. Then in terms of volume as well, I think they are both, the three airs are full, like as volume. It depends on the number of gram or the number of bundle that you use in wigging them though. But you see kinky coils tend to have more volume, has that fuller nature, has that fuller texture more than kinky coil, pixie coil and jerry coil, because of how bulky kinky coils is. In fact, if you use a 200 gram pixie kinky coils, like it will just be, when you brush it, you will see it full all over the place, and as it's getting older, it will be getting fuller and fuller, compared to, because of its firm or tight texture or nature. So it is bulkier, is fuller in terms of volume than a pixie coil and a jerry coil. You know, even in a kinky coil, if you even add water to it, you are brushing it, it will still be very full. But you see kinky coils, you see pixie coil and jerry coil, once you add water, once you add leave-in conditioner, like it will just get very slim, very, you know, relaxed, and it will now look as if it's not full. So that's why I've gotten a lot of this question from people. Say, Benita, are you sure this pixie coil is full? Are you sure? Even a 300 gram pixie coil or kinky coil, once you add water to it, you will just see how slim, how small it will look, because it's very water absorbent. So compared to a kinky coil, that even when you add water and you brush it, it will still, you know, have that full and voluminous texture, compared to a jerry coil and a pixie coil, that once you add water and leave-in conditioner, even just water alone, you see how slim they will look. So this, among these three coils, kinky coils has more volume, more than a pixie coil and a jerry coil. So in terms of look, pixie coil and jerry coil has more glossy look, more shiny look than a kinky coil. When you apply water, apply leave-in conditioner or mousse on a pixie coil and a jerry coil, you will see how very glossy and shiny it will look. That's why I said the beauty of a pixie coil and a jerry coil is when it is in the wet form, wet state. So that's when you see they will be very, very beautiful. That's when you appreciate them more. But you see a kinky coil doesn't have that glossy or shiny look, because of it, you know, has this kind of dry, I'm not saying like dry in a bad way, because of it has this firm texture, so it doesn't have that glossy or flashy look. Even a straight kinky hair is not flashy because of its kinky texture. So that's why if you put a kinky coil, pixie coil and jerry coil, you will see that people will notice those two are more attractive. Pixie coil and the jerry coil, they are more attractive in terms of look. So people tend to take them more, people tend to consider them more than a kinky coil, because kinky coil doesn't have that attractive, glossy or shiny, relaxed look. So people tend to consider find those other two more attractive than a kinky coils. So So if you're somebody that you like your coily hair to be flashy, you might not like kinky coils. You prefer, that's why most people prefer Jerry coil and Pixie coil, because of its shiny and glossy look. So that's it for this, explaining to what makes this coily hair different from each other. I hope I've been able to cover all. So generally now, among these three hairs, which one do you think is the best? Yes. I will not really pick like this one is the best, or this one is the best, or this one is not the best. It all depends on what you like as an individual, and how you can maintain them, or what you feel looks good on you. But I feel that the only thing I will just say is that if you love very full and voluminous hair, you will definitely going to like kinky coils. Like me, I'm a kinky girl. So if you're somebody that you're not really concerned about the coils, the coil pattern of your hair, you don't really like your coily hair to be well defined, like you like it very full. Like me, I don't really like my coily hair to be too coily. That's why I always love kinky coils. You are going to like a kinky coil. Then if you are somebody that you are very concerned, or you like your coily hair to be well defined, coily, very coily, you will definitely, then that means you should go for Pixie coil and Jerry coil, because of their coil patterns. They have glossy, they have more defined coils. They are very beautiful when they are coily. So that's just the only thing that I will say about these among these three coily hairs. There is no one that is not good among them. There's no one, especially if you get good quality ones, definitely they are all beautiful. But like I said, I've already explained what makes them different from each other. So you just need to choose the one that you feel that you like. And if you decide to get the three of them too, it's not bad, to just spice up and change your look. Then if you're somebody that you're not really patient as well in terms of maintenance, you want something that will be very easy for you to maintain, something that will be very faster for you to maintain, it's better you go for Jerry coil and Pixie coil, because once you just add water, leave-in conditioner, brush it, the coils is defined and you are good to go. But you see kinky coils, if you really want the coils to be defined, you will keep brushing, keep applying product, keep putting water, and still it will just be getting bulkier, fuller, and the coils might not be well defined as you want. So it's better you just leave kinky coils. So they are all beautiful in their own unique in their own way as well. It just depends on what you like. So that's it for this video. I hope you find this video helpful and informative as well. And if there's anything too I did not say, or what are your experiences, if you have used any of this hair, share with us in the comment section as well, so that others too can learn as well. Like I always say, I don't know it all in this channel. And if there's any question you'd like to ask relating to this video, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I'll be glad to answer you to the best of my knowledge. But before you click off from this video, if you have watched this point and you haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button to join the family, and also click on the notification bell to get notified anytime I post a new video. Share this video so someone might find it helpful and informative. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. See you in my next one. Bye for now.